On this episode of AP Physics Mythbusters, the as seen on TV ShamWHAT goes head-to-head with 5 other household cleaning cloths. How will the ShamWHAT hold up? The Mythbusters put it to the test. Who are the Mythbusters? Andrew Nietzsche, Quinn Self,
Regular air, black magic wand,
Jeff Meyer-Lawrenson, and Emma Haddon.
The search for ShamWHATs is proving to be difficult. No stores have them.
Among them, more than a year of AP Physics experience. They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Hey Jeff.
What?
What do you get when you cross a sponge with a dish towel?
I don't know, what?
A ShamWHAT.
Wow. ShamWHAT?
Today on AP Physics Mythbusters, we're going to be testing ShamWHATs and other household alternatives like sponges and dish towels to see if the ShamWHATs claims hold water.
On the website for ShamWHAT, they claim that their ShamWHATs can hold 12 times their weight in water, that they can pick up grape juice and other stained things like that out of carpet and leave no trace, and also that after bleaching they'll work just as well. So we're going to attempt to scientifically test those things.
First, we're going to test the ShamWHAT. Now we're testing the water retention of the different materials.
All right, so we have conclusions for the water to mass test, water absorbancy. It's actually 5.4 for the sponge, so as you can see, the ShamWHAT did quite a bit better than all of the other materials we tested. The conclusion was that it would hold 12 times its weight in water, and it held 11.9 times its weight in water, so it's pretty much exactly what they said it would be.
This is the purple drank test. We are going to be soaking this carpet in purple drank.
We ranked these in order. We just did 1 through 6, which one we thought did the best, which one we thought did the least best. And so we've got number 6 was the chamois. It failed, pretty much.
Yeah.
Left a large stain.
Yeah.
Number 5, sorry. Number 5 was the finished towel, which also didn't absorb much. Left a pretty big stain.
Number 4 was the sponge, which absorbed pretty well and picked up a lot of the stain. But number 3 was the cotton blend towel, which, being a cotton towel, it absorbed quite well.
And did a little bit better than the sponge.
And then ShamWHAT came in at 2nd place, and the microfiber glass towel we ranked number 1, and that number 1 ranking also kind of comes from the fact that it's way cheaper and you can find them way easier than a ShamWHAT.
Yeah.
So much handier and better bang for the buck, I'd say.
However, the ShamWHAT did pretty much take up the whole stain and got a lot of the moisture out of the carpet. So in terms of its claims holding water, or purple drank in this case, I think it did pretty well.
So we just conducted the bleach test, and we put all of these in like a solution of bleach and water, and there's like 1 part bleach to 3 parts water. So there was a lot more bleach than your normal like washing machine, like bleaching of, you know, like white cotton t-shirts or whatnot. And we left those overnight to soak, and then we dried them out, and most of them look just about the same as when we first put them in there, except for the all-natural chamois, which the bleach kind of ate away at. And when we pulled it out of the bleach solution, it was kind of just disintegrating in our hands, and now that it's dry, it's really like crusty. But now we're going to run the water retention test again to see if anything's changed. After bleaching the chamois, terrible. Never bleach a chamois. Not only is it disgusting, but it makes the chamois really useless. And chamois are expensive. Don't bleach a chamois. Cotton blend stayed, pretty consistent. Dropped a little bit, but I mean that could just be due to we held the cotton blend in one time longer, or we let it drip longer before putting it on the scale.
Bleach those. You can bleach them.
But you can bleach those, and it came out nice and white, looked brand new. I'd advise it. Microfiber finish towel, I mean, very, very little difference. I mean, bleaching obviously had no effect on it. Microfiber glass towel also, very little difference. I mean, there's, some slight variation, but once again, that can just be due to, human error. The sponge, as we expected, got way better. And actually, when it was completely bone dried and bleached, it did as well as a chamois. So if you're just ShamWHAT, I'm sorry, I can't believe I messed that up. The ShamWHAT, when bleached, actually became far less effective.
For the water absorption test for the ShamWHAT, the claim was that it would hold 12 times its weight in water. And based on the results, we will have to say that that is, wow, confirmed, because it held 11.9 times its weight in water, which is basically the same thing.
So for the purple drank test, the claim was that the ShamWHAT would remove the stain from the carpet. Although it wasn't the best item we tested, it still removed the stain very well. So you have to call this one confirmed.
And even though the ShamWHAT had 12 times its own weight in water when it was dry, after we bleached it, it only held 7.3 times its mass. So we're going to have to call that one busted.
So overall, based on the comparisons we did with all the other household cleaning things you can buy, we have determined that the microfiber glass towel was the best thing and the most cost-effective thing to get stains out of a carpet. So if you want to do that, get one of those. And in terms of pure absorbancy, getting things just wetness up, you want to use a dry sponge, because once we bleached the sponge and it was bone dry after drying out, it worked extremely well.
Yeah, and even though ShamWHATs they work pretty well, they're just not cheap enough.
Or easy to find.
Yeah, to make it work.
But they're made in Germany, which means they have to be good. Every time we used a ShamWHAT, we said wow, even when it was sucking, because we're like, wow, it's really not that good.